everyone. All right, so what we're going to talk about today is a drill that somebody asked about, the sticky catch drill. So what the heck does that mean? What is it? And how can it help you with rowing? So we're going to talk about that today. Let's dive in. All right, so the first thing is you're going to need three things in order to get started. One, a rowing machine. Two, a band that doesn't move. I tend to do this with something that's a little bit stiffer because I'm a little bigger and I don't have a lot of confidence in something holding me up. So a band that doesn't move, this is a gait belt, so it's meant to kind of hold people up. And then just a resistance band kind of thing that we're gonna use around the seat to keep the seat from moving on us while we do this exercise. All right, so we're gonna dive in. If anyone's got questions, always feel free, leave a comment below or email me and I will make a video answering your question, which is basically what this one is. So we're gonna talk about the drill and we're gonna talk about why it can help and what the purpose of it is. Also, there's a video that I did the other week that is about your foot straps being loose. This is a great thing that can also help, a fix kind of thing that you can do to kind of help understand the connection for the machine, the connection between you and the machine, which really does help with that loosening of the foot straps. So you can always check that video out, it's up above, but we're gonna dive in so you can kind of see what we're talking about and what does it mean to have connection with the machine and why is it important. All right, so let's go. All right, so we're gonna go over the setup for a sticky drill and then I'll show you what it is and like I mentioned, why it's important, why you can do it. But we're gonna use this. If you don't know, the rowing machine has a natural slope that goes down so that it helps you go forward on the recovery. Mine's not super clean, which means I need to clean it, but it usually has a little bit slope going forward. So what we're gonna do in this drill is we're actually gonna stand up off of the seat. So we're just gonna use some type of band to keep the seat from moving. The other band is gonna keep the handle in place. So to start this, what you're gonna do is go ahead and sit on your seat, get your butt in a good position. You can always check out the video above on how to get onto the right part of your butt, which will help your back get in good positioning, help your pelvis get in good positioning, and really kind of help you in this catch position. But what you're gonna do is get into your catch position. So what is your catch position? And you're gonna basically kind of make a note of where your seat is. So right now, if I'm at that position, my seat is roughly here, which means I'm just gonna put my finger here so that I kind of know where I'm gonna put this band. So I'm gonna wrap a band right around here, and I'm gonna use this one. All right, so your band doesn't need to be super, super tight. The whole purpose of it is to keep the seat from moving forward, too far forward during this drill. So it's okay if it's not at the perfect spot, you just want it kind of close to the seat. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is connect the next band between our handlebar and the front, which I do right in between, and I'll show you that in a sec. All right, so as you're setting this up, once you grab your handle and you've got your seat, where your butt's on your seat, you've got the one in front of you, I want you to get in your catch position. And you can see right now I've still got some slack on this band. That means I need to tighten it up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up, but just so you guys know, there is another video, which I'll put a link to, where the person who asked for this video actually told me about that video. So you can take a look at that one. And I'm also gonna put another video right after that of an example of a way you can do this with another person, which I find a little bit more reassuring since I'm a little larger. So there is a way that you can do this with another person, and this is the way that you can do it at home by yourself. So I'm just gonna tighten this up so I can get into this position and feel a little bit of tension on the strap. Okay, so once you have that all set up and you're ready to go, I'm gonna kind of show you the drill and then we'll talk about it. So what you're gonna do is either have somebody, like I said, I'm gonna put the video right above, you can have somebody holding on to the handle or you can have this set up, but the purpose is once you're in this catch position, what we're actually gonna do is I do want you to strap in for this one, so have your feet in those straps, and then you're gonna grab your handle, you're gonna get into your catch position. And what we're gonna do is push through our feet into the air. Now, it's a little bit different than actual rowing, but there is a purpose to it. As we're doing this, it's gonna feel really, really hard. At the top, there's gonna be a point where it feels a little bit easier to be in that position. So what you're gonna do is get that nice tension. You're gonna go, stand up, and then there's a spot. So for me, I'm working really, really hard here. But if I get to here, it's a spot where I'm still working, I'm still feeling my hands a lot, I'm still feeling it through the back of my legs, I'm still feeling things working, but I'm able to kind of, it's a little bit easier on my core, it's a little bit easier just on my body in general when you get to that point. Then I want you to lower yourself back down. Now you'll see I was a little bit behind this little strap. Cool, my seat didn't quite move, but again, my rail needs some cleaning. And you're gonna feel it in your arms more than you will in actual rowing. But usually when people do this drill, they do it about 2 to 3 times at the very, very beginning before you start rowing. Now, the reason is as you're rowing and you're in the catch position, what we're trying to do in this position is be really tight in our body to the point where we're able to get the foot all the way through our body to our hands and kind of keep those connected, which basically means staying connected to the machine. So what we're trying to do is when we're here, if we're rounding a lot, we've lost some connection, meaning now there's kind of some laxity in our body where our arms and our legs aren't as connected as they can be. And then, so one is kind of doing this slouching, and the other is if we don't have the lats engaged, as soon as you engage your lats and kind of, almost like you're trying to bring your shoulder blades back and down, if you get to that position, you'll kind of feel your back go a little bit more upright, and you'll feel your core engage a little bit more. So a big thing is our core is in between our legs and our arms. The only connection that we have to the machine is our legs, our butt, and our arms. But all the power is really coming from our legs pushing, and then that flywheel is moving, and us having that, our hands on the handle to get the flywheel moving is what is causing, so that power that's here, it's being transferred to the flywheel and kind of vice versa. So we have to be connected and strong and engaged throughout our entire body in order for those stats of 86% roughly of our muscles being worked. If there's any like laxity or kind of our muscles not really being engaged through it, we lose efficiency. So the goal of this is to kind of get the efficiency and have our body understand how our arms and our legs are connecting to each other throughout the rowing stroke. So a way that I like to do this also is if you don't want to stand up. And I think I mentioned I put this through the middle parts mostly because I don't want it to slide off. So in the first video that I put up there with the other person doing this, I believe she has it over to the side. I'm always paranoid it's gonna fly off, so I tend to put it through this middle part, just to FYI. Okay, but if you don't want to stand up, if you don't have that much confidence, like I'm always hesitant about, when you get into the catch position and you are engaged and ready to go, I want you to try and push with your legs. And if you push with your legs and our handle literally can't move, right? So if I push with my legs, you'll see everything kind of is trying to move but can't. And you'll see my seat is moving a tiny bit back, but it's pretty minuscule. That's showing a strong engagement between as soon as my feet want to push, there's then some tension that happens at my hands. So it's like my body wants to go, but there's nowhere to go. Now a big difference here is I'm not trying to push up like I did in the exercise. When you're actually rowing, you want to push more in that direction backwards to really stay with the machine. But really this is just a way to kind of get your brain to understand what it is that you want your body to do, and it's just a different way of demoing it, the standing up, but I don't want you to try and stand up while you're rowing. That usually leads to the rowing machine. If your rowing machine lifts or moves a lot, that means you're likely causing a lot of power to go upwards instead of back and forth. Okay, so what we're looking for is for everything to be nice and strong here. If your butt shoots out like this, that right there is meaning that there's something with the connection in your body to the machine that isn't as tight and engaged as you might want it. So it means you're losing efficiency, and that could also end up hurting your back, but there's some other things that could happen. But it really is about losing efficiency. The next one is if you're slouched and you're trying to pull, usually you end up a little bit like this. Your butt's gonna go back a little bit and you're gonna be really far forward. So that's telling you, hey, I might want to engage my lats a little bit more to really get that machine. And as soon as I do that, look at that shift. Now my butt's barely moving. So that's kind of the purpose. The purpose is to get your body to understand the connection to the machine and how to use all the muscles in your body to keep that connection between the feet and the arms. So I hope that that's helpful. Hope that helped the person who asked for a little bit more info on the purpose of this drill. If anyone's got questions, please feel free to leave them below. I'm happy to jump on, make a video for you. Hit that subscribe button. If this was helpful and you liked it, please thumbs up, like. It helps people find my tiny little channel. And I hope you all have a fantastic day. Happy rowing.